Fear has its roots in the warp and woof of matter itself, and is, par excellence, a formulation or effect of the mind principle, and a result of mental activity. It is inherent in the fact of matter itself, and in the play of the pairs of opposites, soul and matter. The sentient souls of animals and of men are subconsciously aware of various fears. You need to learn to protect yourself from people in a psychic sense. Those who work in this coming cycle must cast off fear and refuse to register in their consciousness, by an act of the spiritual will, the very existence of that which causes the reaction of fear. It is not the, quote, little wills of men, end quote, which must here be used, but the bringing in of the higher spiritual will via the Antakarana. It was with this in view that I gave out the teaching upon the Antakarana before proclaiming the appearance of the Christ. The work basically involves the transmutation of the sacral center, not the solar plexus, as you might naturally think, to the throat. In the sacred center lie the ancient racial fears and deep-seated personal desires. Ponder not upon the sacral center, for that would bring these ancient inheritances to the surface, but let your work be related to the creative throat center. Then perform the following exercise. 1. Sound the Om within the throat center, as the soul focused in the Ajna center. 2. See, with the creative imagination, the throat center as a radiant, vibrant, brilliant reservoir, and know it to be so. 3. Then send forth from that center a broad and vital stream of energy down the spine to the sacral center in the spine, preserving the stream intact in your consciousness so that no part of it is deflected to the physical counterparts of the sacral center, the gonads. 4. Then see the sacral center in the spine as a radiant reservoir of energy, but as energy deflected from physical creative activity to the destruction of ancient racial fears in the world. Then project that energy out into the world of men to aid in the destruction of fear. 5. Next, reaffirming your consciousness positively in the Ajna center, withdraw your attention from the sacral center and the throat center and sound the Om as the directing disciple 7 times, slowly and inaudibly. It is his astral polarization which lays a man open to as many emotional reactions and to waves of mass feeling of any kind. This is the cause of his being swept into that vortex of uncontrolled energy and misdirected emotional force which eventuates in a world war, a financial panic, a religious revival, or a lynching. They are due to delusion, to the glamour of the astral plane, which distorts, reverses, and deceives. There is no need to dwell on this. If there is one factor aspirants recognize, it is the need of freeing themselves from the great illusion. Arjuna knew this, yet succumbed to despair. Yet in his hour of need, Krishna failed him not, but laid down in the Gita the simple rules whereby depression and doubt can be overcome. They may be briefly summarized as follows. A. Know thyself to be the undying one. B. Control thy mind, for through that mind the undying one can be known. C. Learn that the form is but the veil which hides the splendor of divinity. D. Realize that the one life pervades all forms, so that there is no death, no distress, no separation. E. Detach thyself, therefore, from the form side, and come to me, so dwelling in the place where light and life are found. Thus illusion ends.